Hey World History, so this video is to give you all a little bit more guidance on the first part of the Dark Ages document analysis. So for this document analysis, you're only going to be looking at two very, very short documents. They are both textbooks, and you are going to be comparing them. So here's your assignment. You're going to see two different attachments, one that says documents and the other one that has your guiding questions. So here are documents A and B, and as you can see, they are very, very short. And the vocab words that you have already defined, or should be very close to finishing defining, do appear in these documents. So here's semi-barbarism. So refer back to that vocab sheet throughout reading these documents to help you better understand what these are all about. So you notice that there are part 1 and part 2 for this document analysis. The first is guiding questions, and the second is a compare and contrast section. So all you need to do is read the document and answer your guiding questions in complete sentences. I've gotten a lot of questions about what exactly this means. What type of document is this? So you can interpret this a couple of ways. You can talk about whether it is a primary source or a secondary source. And you can also talk about what type of media this document is. So is it a book? Is it a diary? Is it a letter? Should be pretty obvious. So when we say about the Dark Ages, why, according to this textbook, were the early Middle Ages a dark age? When we say a dark age, we're talking about it was not a good time to be around. So why might historians consider that an era which was a bit backwards, a bit scary to live in? So in part 2, you're going to compare and contrast the way the Dark Ages are discussed in textbook A and textbook B. So for both of these questions, you need to answer in at least 2 to 3 sentences. So your first question is, would you say that textbook A and textbook B have similar or different descriptions of the Dark Ages? Explain. Don't just tell me they're similar or they're different and leave it at that. Give me an example from each textbook that illustrates that difference. Does one think the Dark Ages were pretty okay and the other one thinks the Dark Ages were really not okay? Flesh it out for me. And then here, which textbook do you find more trustworthy? Explain your answer in 2 to 3 sentences. Don't just leave it at document A is more trustworthy. Tell me why you trust it more. Think about things like when it was written. So you have one that was written in 1954. The other one was written in 2002. Think about the level of detail that is in these documents. Think about who wrote it. So we see that there are many names here, and there are many names here. But perhaps the names here imply a greater sense of diversity in the people that created the document than these. So as always, if you have any questions or concerns about this assignment, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm available all day tomorrow for individual Zoom meetings. So that's from 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Just shoot me an email or a remind chat and we can schedule something.